happening in our community, the country, ranging from politics, education, religion, peace and security, and socio-economic issues, but on bring it in perspective on the talking point only on your favorite community radio station, right here in Saclepea.
So I'm not a stupid person or educated man. I'll just go about something. Why would you tell everybody who are you?
I'm actually looking at your title, right? I'm looking at something. I'm coming now. I'm looking at listening. Oh God. Are you paying attention? We listen. Let me ask you this question. Oh, you don't want to pay attention to me? Then I'm sorry for you. I can't have this conversation with you. I think I can't have the conversation because you've been very arrogant in this discussion. And I will say that you've been very arrogant and rude with this conversation. I have been very peaceful with you and very respectful. So as a sitting representative, to just come on the radio and you think you are cut you off because you don't want to listen, all right? So you don't do that. Or you using profanity, all these things. So you tell me, I can't say my own.
Don't disturb our church. Please sit down and listen to the word of God. Please sit down. I'm on the pulpit preaching the word of God. I'm looking at you. I'm preaching the word of God.
The quota, I tell God, thank you. I tell God, thank you. Google. The quota, what they put on the road, all right, all right. No car putting down, car can go straight. Motorbike can go straight. They play all right. No ho there. Yeah, we thank God. I tell God, thank you. Google. The time the road was super. On the time, we vote. They talk big, nothing. Yeah, when they pop by all, they wasting water on her. They can't even say, oh my, you're sorry. Yeah, so something here, so you're by your show. Nothing they can do because we finish vote for them. Yo, they all right now. I'm happy, more than happy. I said, government, thank you, Google.
Why must Jerry fight me if I have not fought him since we've been here for the 6 years?
So with this complaint,
since this new government took place, I have been like torn into his
Good afternoon, Saclepea. Good afternoon, Nimba. And of course, good afternoon to our many regular listeners in Radio Land. It's a pleasure once again to be here in your company. It is 3 o'clock. It is 3 minutes after itself. And as always, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock is the talking point Monday to Friday. Today we'll be taking our official weekend break. And it's going to be a very, very heated weekend break. And then Monday, we'll return back fresh and ready. So good afternoon again. Welcome to the Talking Point this afternoon on Radio Saclepea FM 101.5, Nimba D9 TV, Radio Saclepea FM TV Live, and of course, several other platforms across Liberia. Matthew, good afternoon again. Welcome to the platform.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here again at Talking Point. Today we'll be taking our break, official weekend break here today. So we'll return Monday fresh and ready to continue doing our citizen work, especially in the vacante Saclepea district number 7. So it's a pleasure to be here today, and we hope for a good discussion. As our guest is pretty seated in studio two, uh, intellectually he's good. So he'll be talking to us this afternoon as many things we have been hearing a lot. So we'll ask you some questions about what we have been hearing. I won't rush. We'll go to the discussion, Uriah. You can just welcome our guest. And
So that's it. Couple of people have joined us on the Facebook page. Jonathan Sam Sally Harris the second is following us live, man. Beatrice El Mona is following us from the United States. Printix Nondwa say greetings, guys. I'm following. Thanks to you, Printix, for always helping the Talking Point team. So our guest the afternoon on the platform is Mr. Bapish Africa. he will introduce he will introduce himself. Bapish Africa, good afternoon. Welcome to Talking Point.
Thank you, Uriah. Thank you, Matthew. And thanks to the management of Radio Saclepea for keeping alternative voices alive. Thanks to your followers, your listeners out there who continue to make everything okay. It's a pleasure once again to be here. I'm very, very happy to be in your studio. I'm Cyrus SAYE Jr., a son of Saclepea, with very keen interest in everything that concerns not only Saclepea but Liberia at large. So I'm happy to be here and hoping that we can have a very, very good discussion. So thanks once again for having me.
Okay, welcome this afternoon. Question. I get to know since the senatorial by-election, how have things been? How everything?
Oh, well, the people spoke. I mean, democracy. I see democracy to be a competition of ideas, because especially elections, during the electoral process, everybody who comes, at least to a greater extent, has something to offer. So they will be selling their different ideas based on how they see leadership, what they want to deliver, and how they want to go about doing it. So when the different ideas come about, then the citizens in this case become the buyers. So when the contestants or the candidates market their ideas, when they sell it to us, when they explain their political manifestos, then we now will make a decision based on which of the different platforms we think would better suit our conditions. So it was the case with the senatorial by-election, which came as a result of the passing of Senator Johnson. It was heated. I mean, it's like brothers, everybody from the same house fighting for the same thing. And people got divided on political lines. And as God will have it, it ended very peacefully. We have a senator elected who was certificated today.
I want to say congratulations
a few minutes ago. And I'm very, very happy that I was a part of the team that produced that senator. We spoke to our people, we marketed our idea. We told them why we needed a candidate that was in line with the Rescue Mission Alliance, because we needed somebody to be supportive of the workings of the government, and not somebody that would be combative and that would disrupt the smooth conduct of governmental activities. So we are happy that we won. We also wish to tell those who lost that it's never late. I mean, this is just one election. There are several elections ahead. We now have one Nimba. One leader, so we can all move ahead. So it's a pleasure. I've been also around. I see decisions on the way forward in addressing the issues that are affecting us in this county. I don't expect him to have any learning curve. That's why that's one reason why I pushed him. I said he was an experienced statesman, with vast of working time and experience in the legislature, and he needed no time to learn. And there was no time for us to carry a novice to legislative politics who will have to take some long time to catch up with things. I expect that he begins to address the promises that were made to our citizens that got them electing him. I expect him to unify the county. I expect, even by now, I'm hoping that he has already reached out to others who contested against him and lost. They all had something to offer the county, but at this time, he is the one that we, the citizens, decided to elect in keeping with Article 1. So it is expected that he will reconcile the county that got divided because of the elections. He will be inclusive in his leadership. The formation of his leadership team will reflect the 9 electoral district, the travel groups, and all this stuff. I just expect nothing but the best of Senator Koga.
And of course, Mr. SAYE Jr. is our guest this afternoon on the talking point. And before going to our main point of discussion this afternoon, you've been following the issue at the House of Legislature, especially you being a bona fide member of the Unity Party, and issue seems to be coming to a climaxing point. What's your stand on it at the moment, as there have been a rumor around that the Impacto Speaker Kofa going to be giving a letter of resignation as soon as possible?
Well, as far as I am concerned, Kofa has not been Speaker, and I'm not going to mince my voice about that.
As per law, according to many other citizens, and as per the Constitution of Liberia, he is a Speaker of the House because he was properly elected through the decision, through the choice of people.
Just say as per law. Don't even say according to many citizens as per law.
Elected by whom? By majority of the simple say they want him, right? If you and a woman go to the court, you get married. The woman says she want you. Then you say,
but it should be done legally.
Yes. She says she want you. Yes, Kofa has been removed. There's whole thing. One Supreme Court, 2 different rulings. I don't want to go into the legal rudimentaries. We saw the statement from the Liberian National Bar Association, which is a body that comprises all lawyers, including the very Supreme Court justices. Right? We saw the motion for re-argument filed by Speaker Reggie Nambekun and his group. So I don't see anything that is contentious over there. What I see is a last-minute rush by some people who are already drawn in politically to just be able to gain some relevance and get something for themselves as retirement. But I don't see any crisis. I see a country that has been running smoothly from last year.
You mean running smoothly
yes,
when
I see a legislature. What has forced? Uriah, how will you see that?
There haven't been no
Uriah, April just ended. I'm coming.
Yeah.
April just ended. Ask members of the House of Representatives, no matter what side they say they're on, whether they are not taking pay for April. If the country is paused,
of course they have to.
If nothing is happening, how they got paid? Where the money came from? So I don't like people playing with the mentality of the ordinary people. You come and make noise. You say the leadership is illegitimate. They see leadership paying you. You're not rejecting it, right? Man say, if the leadership is illegitimate, if the speakership of Kofa is not anything, are you aware too that during the budget process, the budget formulation process, the judiciary send somebody to defend their budget before the committee that Honorable Tuan Glikia was presiding over?
But the same judiciary.
What is the argument? So that's why I said you don't play with the mentality of the people because of politics, right? The Supreme Court knew that there was a matter before them at the time the budget hearing was on. At the time the budget process was on, right? Why didn't the Supreme Court say we're not sending somebody there because we're not recognizing, in fact, there's a case against you here? But you send somebody, the president, our budget will be there. All the new cars they Ryan, where it came from? All the 5 justices, they got new cars. Even money that was deducted from them doing harmonization period. As far back as the regime of former President Weah, that they said they're not supposed to experience that deduction, has been paid under this very budget. The judicial justice you're talking about, they just don't pay. So my point is just simple. I'm very practical with the discussion, right? If this thing is not right, avoid it. There's this Gilson is a Paul. Come on, these things are clear in the Bible. When they told Jesus to that man and they wanted him to render a judgment, he told the people they may not guilty, they supposedly make guilty. We want you to allow us to crucify him. He said, I maintain that this man is not guilty yet, but send your seed, you bring the water, let me wash my hand. The Supreme Court never wash your hand from the issue. So somebody very low because they are the first to run to the bank when they see a light. So that who they want for you.
So CYRUS, you simply say the Supreme Court to agree to recognize Richard Kun.
Let them carry the cast. I expected the day they came out without ruling.
Because Richard Kun resided over the budget. That means they should recognize.
What's the illegality in that case when you participated in it? Right? You participated in it. You defended your budget before them. You went all your come on. I don't want to display some stuff here. Right? The day they came out with a ruling, and they already knew what they had to say. Have they packed the car with GSA, the car that they received? Since the budget, because if the group is illegal, everything that is illegal. They still riding the cars. They still taking the gasoline. What is there? Why you want to confuse people for? So I've not been seeing Kofa as speaker from the time he was removed. He was given due process. He forfeited his right to attend the budget hearing. In fact, the investigation. Sorry, the guys had an investigation. They removed him. They had fresh elections. They brought Speaker Kun. Speaker Kun has been working, paying for nothing himself, paying all. When I say paying them, I mean at the level of the HOR now, paying all of them. And the same budget, all of you seen it. They said that they started working on the feed that the budget. It is legal. They will not pass on it.
Yeah. So let also look at this. Ruling many Liberians has been talking a lot, especially about the process and where unfortunately before this I would say the second court ruling, they also represented the majority bloc signed a resolution to remove the speaker, and they have been around saying that they have removed the speaker, and Liberians are surprised again after the court ruling just a few days ago that they recognized Kun as a illegal I'll just say that activities, entire activities illegal. Yeah, like entire recognizing Richard Fanatic Kofa as the legal speaker. And again, they are again getting another resolution. And we sign another resolution again to remove the speaker for
They're not signing a new resolution. There's no new resolution being signed, Matthew. What is happening is so many say, oh, you're sorry. They think, I don't know what will be on the other side. People just joining there. Others just joining there, adding their signatures to what they already have. So no new resolution is circulating. I think when it came up on this video, I want to challenge anybody out there to show me the new resolution that has been signed. No new resolution. It's only that others who were on the other side of the divide have decided to come. And some people were with the same group before they left. They went back to Fonati. They're coming back to reaffirm their signature that is on the document. They say, man, y'all know what yet before, and son, not because I'm on the other side now. I want you to know that all of us stay here. That's how I interpret it. But no new resolution is there.
Yeah, but, so if the entire members agree to go on the side of Richard Kun, if Fanatic Kofa agree to resign, or will be certified for the House of Representatives to call for another election to elect speaker? Because
if he agrees to resign,
yeah,
I don't get the point. He's already removed. So that political, maneuvering it on, I don't get it. He's already removed.
So what do you make of electing going to the election again for this speaker instead of Richard?
It is the discretion of the members of the House, right? Whatever they do there, we elect them. When they're making a leadership decision, they can vote.
Yeah.
You and I don't vote, right? You and I don't vote there. If they go to session on the 13th, on the 12th, whatever time they return, and maybe another new resolution can signed by good number of the people, they say they want Richard Nangbekun, they want fresh election. It's up to them. That's legislative politics, right? What I want us to understand is that Fonati has not been speaker, and he's not. Everything here is political maneuvering. They're buying time. They're buying time. The man want. He said he want to deal with lay respect. But the time the respect was there, they were begging you, hanging all around, you refuse. But again, that's legislative politics. It's a numbers game. and the president is working with the group that has quorum, the country will not come to a standstill. I mean, that's why I said if there's anybody who feels that this country has come to a standstill, let's just ask few legislative staffers, even their bosses, if they have not been paid, if they have not been receiving their gasoline regularly, and so forth. So I don't want us to keep dwelling. People in the health sector, I know their pay coming. People in the educational sector, I know their pay coming. If it has not come, it's either delay with the bank or the time the HR or from their respective institutions submitted the payroll. The government is running and functioning well. So those distractions will always be there. And this is one reason why those of us from the angle of the Rescue Mission Alliance, we pushed for a senator in Nimba County that is already running with the vision of the Rescue Mission Alliance. We didn't want to get those people with different ideology to occupy our senatorial seat in Nimba to add up to the few who already there and want to cause problems.
Okay, coming back to edition number 7 politics, we needed to go into the national issue a bit before coming back home. In edition number 7, there have been information circulating around that you and few members of the ruling unity party who are currently in edition number 7 are gathering signature for the impeachment of the current representative honorability. How true?
That means it has been alleged that you guys are gathering 10,000 signatures. And how far are the people very well?
How true is it in the first place?
So they said what? CYRUS and few people from where?
From the ruling unity party,
Alliance.
So you see, I will respond to that, right? But here is the thing too. We have a lawmaker who was part of a group they call Rule of Law Caucus that is opposing almost everything the government wants to do. So even with that categorization, it is our political right under the Liberian Constitution to associate and dissociate, right? So whether that social rescue mission, whether that Wakana mission, the idea there is that anything that is done here should be done in the full context of the law, right? So here is the thing, from time to time, for us, we have been very, very helpful to Mr. Billy in his leadership. Very, very supportive. Because almost every opportunity we have, we flag his shortcomings. And whenever we flag his shortcomings, we come with what? Recommendations. So we don't just criticize and sit, right? When we criticize, we provide what the Englishman will call the way forward, either in the form of recommendation or so forth. We have proffered to him, for example, that he has a district that is highly polarized, that is not united, that is not reconciled, that is divided. And we informed him that the division started with him. And any resolution should start with him. When he started grouping certain people, the other group ability errors. And only that group he was listening to. The rest of the errors who were not in our bracket of being ability errors, their voices didn't matter. I'm coming.
Yeah.
And we told him it was a wrong idea. He was being divisive. He should try to bring everybody, because you're not campaigning any longer. You have won. You have won. You are leading. And we expect you to lead. That's why you see most of my posts, I say lead or leave. You either lead or you leave. So the place is politically divided. There's no reconciliation. The people are at each other's throat. Do you know that right now as we speak, there's a case at the Saclepea Ministerial Court involving securities, guys who work with Mr. Billy, who flogged Mr. Simon on the 22nd of October.
Sure.
Right under his watch, he was there. He was there. It will shock you to hear that even Jerry Yogbo, a representative from Mosorado County, was in that car with Mr. Billy. He was one of those who hit on C1 2. It will surprise you to note that Binta Billy, the sister of Mr. Billy, was the lady who hit on C1 2. But where was Mr. Billy? He was right there. So what statement has he made since that incident? Even if now on this radio station, Has he written a line on his Facebook page to condemn that? No. Has he said anything on any of the radio stations? No. So the first thing that he has failed to do as a leader is that he has failed to reconcile this place. I told somebody today in a telephone conversation, right? The president was, CYRUS, you can be talking about say wanted to been beating because you and Harris has situation. I said, brilliant. Right in this very Radio Saclepea studio, Harris from Bow. And I had a situation. Harris took me to court, right? It's an open issue. But this is where leadership comes in. What did Honorable Doma do? He was not in District 7 when it happened. Honorable Doma stayed in Monrovia without even talking to me. He called on this radio station and condemned the act. You getting me? He publicly condemned the act and said that it should not have taken place in the first place. He established that very clearly. So everybody knew the angle he was coming from. Mr. Honorable Doma stayed in Monrovia and called Harris on the telephone and said, oh, I understood that there's a situation that took place between you and CYRUS. I'm sorry, as your leader, I want to apologize to you. I'm coming to the district. He called the elders of Bao, asked Mr. Peter P, Reverend Momia, right? Reverend Momia is there, the lion can see my winning across the water. There was a meeting at Reverend Momia's place. So when you are a leader and you are leading for everybody, whether the president supports you or not, when there's a situation, your intervention will speak. So Mr. Ability has failed to reconcile this district. Most of the issues that are escalating now will start from people who support him. Elders called for a meeting the other day. The next thing we heard, they say people are in the meeting, they say they want K people. Ben said on the radio station.
We will come to that.
I'm laying the basis why we got to where we are. Right?
Yeah.
So he has failed to reconcile this district. He has failed. So the divide on ethnic line, on political line, on social lines are all over. Besides that, when Mr. Ability had a political rally at the city hall, at the time he was still pushing to become representative. There's this audio of him. I mostly hear Radio Ilama playing it. I believe you guys have it. He will say to be a representative is not to do this. And that as a representative, every decision you make at the level of the legislature should be what? In consultation with your people.
Yeah.
And he was very, very right on that policy or direction that he was giving. Are you getting me? He was never wrong by saying that as representative, every decision made at the level of the parliament should be the result of consultation with your people. That means the people are your employers, and whatever you say there should reflect their views and aspirations. I also gave you a practical example of how Honorable Doma practiced that. During his regime, the 54th, there was this time that the same Warango issue came up. They were soliciting signatures of representatives to sign our resolution. Did Honorable Doma sit in Monrovia to sign it? No. We came to Nimba. It was during the peak of the rainy season. Honorable Doma rode motorbike. He parked his car in Ganta. He rode motorbike from Ganta to Saclepea. We had a consultative meeting right at the city hall, well attended by the citizens. And the citizens unanimously authorized Honorable Doma to proceed to Monrovia and sign the resolution. And the meeting in Saclepea was for the people of Zoba, right? Then we moved to, in fact, then we moved to Bam and had a C meeting there, and the outcome of the Bam meeting was the same. So it became the legal ground on which Honorable Doma signed the resolution for war and economic crimes court. Today, we are having a serious national issue that you guys were flagging at the House of Representatives, right? Yeah. It started since November of last year. We are all in the district. Has there been any time that Mr. Ability came here to say, my people, what we have is a national emergency? I need to act. I cannot be quiet. You guys did not send me there to be bobo. And I'm bobo lawmaker. I want to talk, but I don't know what to say. You can have a small meeting. Let me tell you what happened in there a year from you. Then when I go by now, I will know what to say. Has there ever been a time that Mr. Ability came here to have meeting with the citizens on that matter? No. Is it a grave national issue? Yes. Does it require citizen consultation? Again, yes and yes and yes. Why has he not done it? When he said during his political campaign that every decision he will make as lawmaker will be in consultation with the citizens, he has failed. He has neglected that responsibility as a lawmaker. 100,000 USD was placed in the national budget for legislative earmark project, 2024 budget, not even 2025 budget. That money was passed by the legislature. Those projects are to be implemented by LACE, the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment. But the citizens are the ones who are supposed to identify the project for implementation. And the citizens will not form one line and go to the LACE office and say that the project will won. The lawmaker, in this case, Mr. Ability, supposed to call a citizen consultation to explain the situation to them and seek the way forward. As of today's date, if that meeting has taken place, then maybe it happened a few minutes before I came to studio. But what did he do? He went on air and announced that he will use the money to pay volunteer teachers and volunteer nurses. We said, no, it should not be. Okay, the volunteer teachers and volunteer nurses are our brothers and sisters, right? But if this is what you want to do, can you put it before the citizens so that they can give you the authorization through a resolution? He didn't do that. Today, I don't know the status of the payment of those volunteer teachers and nurses. I will be happy if any of them can say they have received their pay. Congratulations. But up to today's date, money that was allotted to this district for legislative earmark project in the 2024 budget has not been implemented. So there's no legislative earmark project in District 7, although the money was placed in the 2024 budget. But he goes on radio and says, I'm not the one who voted for your government you voted for is doing nothing. So what the government brought to us as dividends for the over 21,000 votes that District 7 gave, your part that you're supposed to play because you don't support the government, you never voted the government, you are creating unnecessary bottlenecks that we the citizens will not benefit from that which came from our government. When I raised it on your sister station Ilama yesterday, Major Gondi called and said, why you call 100,000? It's nothing compared to what Mr. Ability is using from his pocket. Granted, maybe Mr. Ability is a millionaire. I'm now a millionaire, right? The people of District 7, the district is not a rich district. We don't have resources yet. Even at $1, when it comes from the national government and we're supposed to make decision on it, we have to make the decision. So it's Gonti Medre trying to say in a nutshell that because Mr. Ability been spending millions of dollars, so he took the 100,000 as part payment of the millions of dollars. That statement, I told him yesterday, it was a display of arrogance. You don't address the citizens like that. Mr. Ability was here when the budget hearing was taking place, right? Those of you who follow my Facebook page from early December, because at the time they were having a budget discussion. Yeah. Every time I wrote on Facebook page reminding Mr. Ability that he should go to session to participate in the budget hearing. In fact, at one point, I put his contact number on Facebook and asked the citizens of District 7 to join me to beg Mr. Ability to go to session because budget hearing was taking place and the national cake, our country money was being divided. We wanted him to go there to talk about our own that we're supposed to get. So we were telling him that he needed to go and participate because it is why we voted him. Are you getting me? Since there's a situation that he has not come to tell us about, as far as we are concerned, he should be there representing the district in the budget room. He did not go. He neglected that constitutional responsibility. The voices of the people of District 7 disappear in the budget room. The state of but what happened when the budget was passed? He refused to go there, right? We were not heard. The budget was passed, but he taking pay from the budget. So he was being unfair to us as citizens of District 7. If the reason he did not go there for is that the process was illegal, then he should not be accepting the proceed of the illegal process. But he did not go there to represent us. Then after they pass the budget now, a direct pay, he taking it from there. All his staff, the gasoline, he getting it. If he's not taking a pay on the radio, then he call. I will show him record from the controller office. Are you getting me? He also refused to attend the State of the Nation's address. The State of the Nation's address, which is a constitutional requirement that once every year the president should deliver it. The president will not move from county to county and district to district. So when they go there, they will listen to it, then they will come to us in the district and say, okay, now what the president said, this is where we are as a country, this is the state of our economy. He did not go there. Mr. Billete did not attend the State of the Nation address. His argument was that Regent Nambekun was not speaker. So he was not recognizing the authority of Regent Nambekun, right? So here is the other side to it. After the State of the Nation address, what did Mr. Billete do? He went to where the people were having session. We're recording here, and he said that Councilor Basic voice. Basic spoke at the bar program in Senegal. So they will play Councilor Basic voice. He raised his hand in session and got recognized by Rachel Kun. They see Rachel Kun, who presided over the State of the Nation address, that he refused to attend because he said the man was not a legal speaker. But he went to session, the day roll call, he answered. He raised his hand and got recognized by Rachel Kun to answer.
Are you saying seek permission on the authority of Rachel Nambekun as speaker?
Chief, the house is a house of order. Right?
Yeah.
The first thing is he answered the roll call. He answered the roll call. Who was presiding when they were doing the roll call? Richard Nambekun. Richard Kun was presiding. When he raised his hand, it was a day. I mean, if you didn't follow that, I can also find that. I even have a picture to that effect of him raising his hand to make a motion. To make a motion in plenary under the gavel of Rachel Kun. But he could not go to the State of the Nation address under the gavel of Rachel Kun. So under our law, right, there are reasons why people get impeached. There are reasons. Negligence of duty is one. It's one. Negligence of duty. I'm not accusing you of corruption in the discharge of his duty. I know that our 100,000 has not been utilized, although he said he was going to use it for for volunteer teachers. He has also not updated us on the status of that. So I'm not accusing him of corruption, right? I'm not accusing him of being incapacitated through sickness whatsoever. The core argument here is gross negligence of duty, which is an impeachable offense. You know the argument that comes from people from the other side of the divide, especially his fanatics and surrogates, they are not disagreeing with me, and they will call. If you open the line, they will call. They will not say a lie. One of them say, I shouldn't say it because I work with Honorable Doma. Why? So because I work with Honorable Doma, it means I'm no longer a citizen of District 7? No. But the very people will be clapping and celebrating Mananjua Howard Taylor, who was vice president or former president, who just few days ago attended the opposition meeting. In fact, in her case, she said there was going to be chaos. And they celebrated her, they still celebrating her. Although she served George Weah as vice president, they're not telling her she needs to talk because she served the past regime. But I am calling for a peaceful process along with other key and significant stakeholders. Then you say we will not talk because Sarah said John well with Honorable Doma. I was working with Honorable Doma when I led protests at the House of Representatives. When I became the leader of all the legislative staffers and I appeared in plenary and addressed the plight of the staffers. I was there. My boss was there. He was one of the lawmakers that we protested against. He was in plenary when I was making the case of the staff at the House of Representatives. So our history of political advocacy, it didn't start here today. It's not going to end here today. So it's not because I work with Honorable Doma that I should not talk. So if that's the case, Jerry Yang was yesterday, he's on the radio. He criticizes the government. So when they talk, sometimes they don't calculate. So these are the basis, right, for the core. And nobody is above impeachment or nobody is immune to impeachment. One of them called me on my phone. The process you're talking about, you know how complicated it is? I said, and these are the kind of processes I like to be part of. we have given Mr. Ability an ultimatum.
What is that?
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Right now, the legislature is on break. We expect that in the coming weeks, either around the 12th, they should be resuming. Our call is for him to return to work. Since November, he has not been working. We cannot be a district and every day the call road is say absent, 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 absent. No. So we have given him an ultimatum to return to work. Right? Failure on his part to return to his constitutional duties that we elected him for. Failure on the part of Mr. Ability to attend session. We will be left with no other alternatives but to institute impeachment proceedings beginning with soliciting 10,000 signatures. And on that, we have a lot of legal consultants. That process of preparing a bill and all this stuff of getting a signature, it won't far. I will not allow anybody else. We also have legislative lobbyists. We have people lobbying in the corridors of the legislature. The good thing is, it will start with the House of Representatives. When they finish taking a vote, then the trial will be at the Senate. That's the normal game. It's the numbers game. And if anybody is taking us for granted, tell Mr. Ability not to return to work when they return. Then you will know the strength of what we're talking about. Nobody should dare me say that try it, because we know what we're saying. We are in constant talks with the lawyers. We are in constant talks with the lobbyists. We are in constant talk with the civil society actors, and we are across the communities with the mobilization. So it's not anything that anybody can overlook. He has the chance, he has the opportunity to make up or break up, to lead or leave. That is the point.
We are in conversation with Mr. SAYE Jr., who is our guest this afternoon on the talking point. And of course, we are 19 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock, and we will go a bit above our time today due to callers and what have you. So you talk about the issue of not reconciling the district in the first place. That is, Honorability, I refuse to bring about the issue of reconciliation in the district.
Yeah.
One would say there was a meeting or there was a program held pertaining to the issue of reconciliation. Probably you weren't in the district at the time, or you weren't present. What have you to say towards that?
And where they had a meeting?
At the Saclepea City Hall.
So what happened at the City Hall that I know about? You know, and it will further make my point. There has been this call for 19,000 citizens' money. That was given for a building that was broken down right by you here.
So the former law mayor.
Good. So the citizens have been pushing for that money. Myself been on this radio talking about it. I've written about it on my Facebook page. The Saclepea Development Association, the group in Monrovia, the citizens here, everybody is talking about it. Right? So under this new leadership of Mayor Wonga, the same issues came up. The CSDA group started pushing the agenda. So that meeting was called here to address that issue, right? And the people spoke. These are some of the places that people get disappointed in Mr. Ability. He stood there and said, hey, okay, he took seize of the matter. And when these things happen, when the leader say, okay, the other thing here, you're leaving with me, I will handle it. Or I will go into this issue. I will get to the people. It is a good thing. The citizens must listen to their leaders. When he took seize of the matter, the citizens agreed. He said, I will go to Monrovia with the current mayor, who is Mayor Wonga, with the former mayor, who is former Mayor Jerry Maya B. Yangia, and some representatives of the SDA, the Saclepea Development Association. And we will go to Monrovia and handle this issue there. I was in district number 9 when they had that discussion here, right? But I'm a member of the SDA. I'm a member of the Saclepea Development Association. I'm in SDA official chat room, the WhatsApp chat room. Mr. Ability is there. Even some officials of SDA are disappointed. He took seize of the matter and has done nothing. Now you have majority of your citizens crying because of alleged corruption. You getting me? You came in as a leader and you said you were taking seize of the matter, and the people granted you that respect. They allow you to take cease of the matter. From that time up to now, you have refused to address that issue. Yet, on a daily basis, you move with the person who is being accused by the citizen. That person is your darling boy. You created a political party, you made a man the chairman. Tell them, the citizens, that no matter what you say that they may like, this is my darling boy. And so the citizens might begin to assume that you are siding with this man or you are pushing him to disrespect them. So there's been no genuine reconciliation effort, my brother. When the elders had a meeting and on Mr. Bility's radio station, that statement was made. When Mr. Gunnar and Mayor Yang went to studio and said those things, one would have expected Mr. Bility to either call on our very show or the next day to openly condemn the statement. This is leadership. This is leadership. Up to today's date, has he condemned what they said? No. He was on OKFM yesterday. I don't know if people relay or you listen to it.
I follow that.
When they asked him about the state of the district, he said everything is okay in the district. How will everything be okay when on your watch, say one that was plugged and the matter is in court? You are not even reached out to say one that two. Yet you sit on OKFM in Monrovia and say everything is okay in the district. How okay is that okay? How okay is that okay? When you have not taken your phone to call say one and say, oh my brother, I'm sorry for what happened that day. When you were there, it happened. You did not stop those who were beating him. Then you say everything is okay, and you say you pursuing reconciliation. I gave you one classic example of how Honorable Doma handled a very, very big situation here. I'm saying that because it is an example that I want others to follow. Nobody will be like Honorable Doma. Nobody must lead like Honorable Doma at all costs, right? But in leadership, when you see positive traits of one leader, you copy it. And then you use it. So these things are happening because the leader is complacent with the behavior of those people. He owns Truth FM. It is the station the guys sit on to insult the president and the vice president. And this morning I laughed when Mary said I insulted. You're sorry, I'm recording myself. I'm going live.
Of course, yeah.
That's the reason I'm doing these things. And I promised Mr. Matale this morning that the live from yesterday I will also send it to him. Don't be surprised when I leave the studio, they call all of them and say, are you insulting?
That cannot be true for we are on record.
So I'm going live to keep that. So they go around him with gossips. So it's possible after my show yesterday, laying out the very issue I just laid out, it's possible somebody might have called you to say, Sarah on the radio causing you. Because if Medrick can call on this Radio Saclepea this morning to say that I insulted Mr. Bility yesterday on the radio, then imagine why he not say behind the scene. So he entertains gossip. They go there and malign the character of other people. He listens to them. He doesn't reach out to those people. You know, I listened to the testimony of Timothy Weah when Medrick was on how you call it on Radio Ilamba. Timothy narrated how he was part of a group out of Ginchinch or something like that. And then there was this issue of gossip. Somebody lied on his name. Nobody asked him. And he got excommunicated. So when you have a leader who is bent on listening to gossip, these things happen. I met Mr. Bility in Ban when we have gone for the groundbreaking of Ban High School. When I met him, Senator Kun was there. VP Kun, at the time he was still senator. I have gone with Honorable Doma. So I was in the proximity of power. I went to the highest places. So he met me and asked me, he said, CYRUS, he said, oh my man, so that you don't want to say I want rent place from you as my office, no, as guest house for my machine operator. And he said, you're not doing it because according to you, I want to run against Mr. Bility. So you're not giving me the place, this, that. I said, really? In fact, I want to run again on Doma. That was even before the election. Oh, and I want to run. I said, you really sure that somebody told you that? He said, yes. I was told that my guys came to contact you for the place, but you said you're not giving me the place because or you said I want to contest against Honorable Doma. So I asked him, I said, who you sent? Because I wanted to know the name of the person who took the story to him. I said, who you sent? When in actuality, nobody ever, approached me to say, Sarah, we want to rent your property. But they have gone to him to tell him that they asked me for the place to rent it, and I refused because I said you want to run against Roger Duma. And he believed it. Are you getting me? And he believed it. So that's why I said, if Metric can call on radio this morning to say I insulted Musa yesterday, then I'm the one in that top behind the scenes, say it might not be easy. But these are things that happen. So they go to him because they want to be in good rapport with him, and they know that he loves gossip. So they will go and gossip.
Are you saying the representative of base the administration around liars or lies?
So when you have people in the kitchen cabinet of the representative, when you have Metric Gonti, who told us that he's very close to Mr. Billy, coming on the radio to lie that yesterday during our appearance on Radio Idama, we insulted Mr. Billy. When you have Mayor Yangian going on the radio, misrepresenting the meeting that the elders had at Lacrosse place, saying on the radio that the elders plan to kill certain people and burn down property. And he denied, and I'm happy that the recording was played. If they can say those things on the radio, just imagine what they're telling him inside. And his reaction after those situations can also clearly demonstrate to you that he is basing his decision making and interactions on issues that get to him in that form and manner. But the boss starts with him, and it definitely has to end with him.
So, you said when the legislature returned, to urge the lawmakers to go to session to do the people teaching on certain work. So, if you urge the lawmakers to go to session, right, and if you refuse, what will you do?
So I talk about Article 1. Article 1 gave all power to us. When I say us, the
all
citizens.
power inherited through the citizens.
All power, ALL, is inherent in the citizens. The citizens get the right to bring leadership to power, and they get the right to move that leadership from power in a peaceful manner. Right? So what we will do under Article 1 is what we have already started. Right? Before the legislature resumes, we are putting all of the legal framework into place. We have a team of lawyers working on the impeachment bill. We have forces in the corridors of the legislature lobbying, because we will petition the legislature.
Is there also in consultation with chief and elders of district number 7?
So I said there are consultations ongoing everywhere at every level. Mobilization is taking place. The signing of the resolution is voluntary, right? Nobody's going to force anybody to sign the resolution. If we bring the resolution, we say, you write, this is it. It will be prepared. We soliciting signature. What is it about? We explain it to you. You agree, you sign, right? You not agree, you leave it. We're not forcing anybody. But we gave him this ultimatum because we believe that right now the legislature is on break. So if we begin to solicit signature now, in fact, if we begin to have people signing right now instead of just doing all of the legal work, Mr. Billy will have great excuse that we ourselves we have to accept at all costs. If Mr. Billy says, gentlemen, you know we're on break, how do you expect me, to go to session when the legislature is not in session? So that's why we gave the ultimatum. It was calculated. And that's why I'm also telling you we got legal people advising us.
So you really think you can able to get 10,000 signatures?
We can get more than 10,000 signatures in no time.
Okay. I tell you, Mr. Baptist Africa SAYE Jr. is our guest. Mr. Koro is our guest this afternoon on the Talking Point. And the Koro have been the most expensive thing in recent days. Yeah, we'll now make it interactive. I guess people are already started calling. 07777 is the number to put it through here on the Talking Point this afternoon. 0777799. Listen to Mr. CYRUS Jr. Telling us the reason for which they are about, let's say, going through this impeachment process. 0777799. Good afternoon. Our first caller, your name and where have you joined us from?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Gonti Metric calling from
Metro Gonti, welcome to the talking point. Let's hear you straight to the point.
Thank you. You know, I don't want for Sarah to support himself that he making an effort to steal a show which nationally has been done.
Are you saying that the issue have been nationally resolved and honorability have within all situations agreed to go back to work?
It is clear that the speaker will be resigning formally because somebody on the 12th of this month, just giving rise to, you know, an interim leadership that will lead the House of Representatives to an election in 60 days. So, if the stability goes to session on the 13th, right now it's been a start off into one that demanded it to go. Let's get that one clear, right?
All right.
That political goal is not challenged and not goal. No, he can actually motivate. Sarah.
Yeah, Chief.
You are becoming a center of confusion, supporting yourself that you want to be an attraction to this district.
Meaning?
All right? Meaning that, one, there is no way the legislator will tell in a constituency when they go to session or when they don't go.
Okay.
So tell me today on this platform that Mr. Biden is supposed to come back to the country. I want to know what happened in the house so I can go.
That is in consultation with the citizen. That's what he meant.
There are issues for which to consult.
So the issue now
require
consultation.
In the house that demand consultation.
So the issue of the speakership that probably have paused in like where people business doesn't require consultation.
So I mean, Sarah is in Sarah when it comes to business. I can't say he went there before, but I don't think he learned a lot from there. More than this. Sarah.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to answer?
They represented in Nigeria Assembly 3. I want to know from you which of them received the $100,000 in question from list to do what project in which district in the whole republic.
Okay, thank you.
Talk about stability.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's talk to the next caller. Good afternoon and welcome to Talking Point. Yeah, let's hear you, Jackson, quick.
Thank you very much, I understand the appreciation of Jim, brother Sarah said. I still see for now. But it usually has to do with the intention is not that. But we still know that what we call power grid, or maybe we are saying some last that we can now work together to make different environment. So we are happy about the impeachment, but it be different leadership. We saw there and more other guys who are lost in the election and then to follow everything, other guys that are paying the rate. You find one of them to bring them to that source of the place. To also stay the position, but shouldn't be the bad leadership.
All right. But anyway, he never mentioned of bringing anyone on board, but he just discussed impeachment. So anyway, you will talk to that. Good afternoon, your name and where you call from?
Good afternoon, brother. My name is calling from
Roland, my chief, what's up?
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Let's hear you quick.
This is serving is some of us habit, and every time when somebody talk about election, we can go over there and make our decision for the future. While taking my brother is I'm just continuing to support because this is serving is our habit.
Yeah, sure.
Let me do his speech. Sarah, you are a youth.
Yeah,
you are a youth. Or the lawmaker, the past or lawmaker himself for 6 years. And the current lawmaker is just beginning. If he is not proceeding well, I want to try to see, you will find that the youth will be happy with you. This is very my brother. Some of us when we are out and we yell the kind of things, it can really baffle us because
District 7 comprises so many group of people. I will tell you for free that District 7 is divided into 4 groups. So to just control this group is hard. It's very, very hard. Sarah, I'm begging you. I want you to show your speed. Most of the people that may support you, they are already making life. Some of them, they are enjoying. Some of them, their children, they are making a lot of things for their children. But for you, we are the youth. We all from over there. We are the one that will protect you. We are the one that will even make you good tomorrow based on the way you proceed with this. I beg. I want you to show your speed. Seriously, I'm making a decision. Even when you're saying that people have lawyer in consultation all they want, we will put our signature before it can be and lawyer proof.
Yeah.
So I beg you. Yeah. You know, the message that we've been receiving from the term or the current lawmaker and that the former lawmaker, you know, it's very, very used to embarrass some of us. And it's continuing, I beg. The politics district 7 is very bad.
All right.
What a Nimba country, the politics district 7 is very, very bad. So I beg you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother. I let it pass. Please do yes. 07777779997 07777779997, or you can call us on 0774264224 0774264224. If you are facing some problem with our baseline, because our baseline is showing like no service. So 774264226 774264226 or 07777779997 is the number to put you through here this afternoon on the talking point. You know, I actually love the callers view. 07777779997. We are here, and of course, 077777797 or 07. Yeah, we.
Thing that we said on Radio Gamma. This morning we were on Radio Saclepea. I think it is not our happiness for district number 7 to carry on impeachment procedure. But like I said, on numerous occasions when we appear at Radio Saclepea, we appeal to our ability to go to work. Because the reason we're saying that is to be critical, but critical in terms of district number 7, critical in support of district number 7. But it is not for me to be critical because of personal gain. Maybe you want to be speaker, you want to be deputy speaker, or you wanted to be deputy speaker and other people never supported him. So you should hold the government as hostage. We need some ability there to come and counter react to every development of your government. Because when you read on our ability Facebook page right now, what he posted there was he's stopping every investor to come and make government and make business with the government. So that's a threat to the state. And when they ask which of the representatives are saying they will say they don't know representative, that is not good image for us. So we are again telling the people who on ability can understand their language to tell him to go to work. For all, we are serious, and anything that we put our hands there, we know that we can have people. We have people posted all in the district that this signature. If we just come up today and say we are beginning with this signature, everything will be equal. So we are begging him to go to work based on the sound showing to him. Somebody said right now that someone want to see show. No, we started this thing. They advocated. We started it before. If I'm already threatening the vice president for coming in the district, we started it and we said on the show that our ability don't want to do this number 7 job, then he resign peacefully. But if he cannot go to work until our courts are still, we will be asking or soliciting signature around for his impeachment. And that's why we have come also. So we want him to go to work. Because even talking about resignation on the 12th, what we saw there is they will send the resignation people already gone to the former president study, and they will be carrying it to the deputy speaker, where the deputy speaker will be presiding for 60 days, within 60 days for election. So now Radio Kun and the deputy speaker, they are speaker and deputy speaker. So that tells you that if the deputy speaker, if the speaker on Radio Kun do not step aside, or ability will still be on the remand. So that tells you that it means that he will go to work on the side thing, but he will not, after Radio Kun remain as the speaker, he will come out and he will not be going to work. I think that is the right interpretation of the closing of the letter. So we are telling them as a citizen of this district that we will be telling our people, we will go everywhere. Trust me, it will take me less than 1 week to get us 10,000 signatures.
Wow. I love the confidence.
So to get 10,000, you know, 35,000 is just 1, 2, 3 days, or let's just say the higher 1 week. So we don't want our data to go with that kind of image, but we're telling the ability to go to where. Or else we are serious, and we are serious to do that. And if you do not go to where we go through it and we work, and we send it to the House of Legislature, and from there the Senate will concur. It trust me, we are going to do it, and we know that our ability is going to invest some money into it, so that some group will be there to counter react to what we will be carrying on. But trust me, the same group that will get the money, you will see their signature on that people. Thank you very much for putting me in the opportunity to.
Thank you so much, Chairman Kwa. Thank you so much. Let's talk to the next caller. Good afternoon and welcome to Talking Point.
Good afternoon, and comrade Uriah Boa. And let me say good afternoon to people of
Sarah Sankara Dolo, welcome to the Talking Point.
Thank you very much for the recognition. But I want to finish for Sarah Sankara Dolo.
Let's hear you quick.
Thank you very much, Sharon. I let me explain you. You are people. Right? It has to be.
Oh, but telling on ability to go to work, to do work in the interest of the people of the district is not important. Cyrus. All right, Cyrus, so you can listen to me. I'm tell the other person. Hello, caller. Yeah. Your name and where you call from? Emmanuel, let's hear you. Welcome to Talking.
It's a say you are studying the past leadership, which is Honorable Thomas. When you appear on touch you, please join the name with the ability at least it will be less.
So Baka, he's a married man. So the married man is doing So.
With somebody who is not equal. They have the poor, but they don't have the speaker.
But you expect the authority also or to collect salary from the budget that will preside over by the illegal government.
What budget? If
okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's talk to the caller. Hello, caller. I'm fine. Your name and where have you joined us from? Thomas, let's hear you quick. You have to people a bit of strength in your voice, Thomas.
Good.
Thank you so much, my chief. Let's talk to this caller. Good afternoon and welcome to Talking Point. Yeah, Imaya, conclude, please.
Yeah. The thing about the problem at the chapter meeting at the lower boy is trying to resolve it.
Yeah.
It's big. When the chapter meeting is not people, the law people are there, and we are not working in unity. They mean like people, it means not people. So we pray that the people should cooperate together to work with the government. The lessons are going to tell you, if you are not friendly with the government, the sitting government, sometimes the point is difficult, that thing will be right from the back. We pray to God that everything should be possible, that everything should be, no more than at least that this will be, that development will be taking place.
Right.
But please, gentlemen, I want you people to cooperate. Unity should start from all here. You try to pull yourself together. You people are runner for us. That you can go and collect, you and bring it. You're working in unity. The way so far, I'm having problem with 2FM and the other religions that they used to attack the leaders that kind of way. I don't want for it to happen. Gentlemen, I beg you.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, Chief, you are.
Thank you.
All right. Please. Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's talk to the next one. Hello. Yeah, let's.
No, we are out of town. We need to.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you quick.
How are you?
I'm fine, Chief. Your name?
All right.
Eugene, welcome. Let's hear you.
Well, I want to appreciate my dollar house is so much. I'm hearing from people saying that in Kingsman, they are not working like this time. I mean, they are not working like here. But it is not true. They are not working. Let me tell people that this government will not allow anyone, will not allow anybody to step on you at a time and get our money free without working for it. If you know that they're not supposed to, they tell you to go and put pictures work for them, be concerned. Go and do the work. If you have to go among your friends, don't destroy the issue. And to leave this job and be partner around, you don't want to go to work. Those are elected you. Now, who are in this country, the money is illegal. What? It's some guys don't want to be collapsed. That's what they're saying. Do you know that, those are talking, do you know that the Supreme Court was in hell while they are done to the country? If you can tell me this is illegal. The illegal process, you are getting money for that illegal process. You are getting your gases, your allowances, everything for that process. You know what you are doing to yourself? You contradict yourself. You can't tell me that nobody can give anybody at this time.
All right, sir.
All this regime will make sure when you are not going to work, you make sure that they are not anything on a PSA record. That if you will be working the government, then you are against the government. You should be stuck up on the government. The reason why you are working the government is to carry on the agenda of the government. You can't be working the government, you don't want to go on through with the agenda of the government. If you want to bypass the government, you are there as the antagonist to the government.
All right.
It is not fair.
Thank you so much.
Anybody cannot be, teach, they are not having before this will change. And trust me, even though I'm not on that district, but trust me, I am fully in support with what you're going to do with it. If we're not going to work, but make sure. Make sure it's going to work. You have to get our money. Where is the billionaire? If you are tied down with the money over there, instead of going to the work, going to do it.
Thank you so much, Chief. You can get all the time. Yeah. So that's it. We post up to the phone line. And then 14 minutes, because we'll be finishing up at 4:10. So, Chief CYRUS, you listen to the caller's view. It's up to you quickly.
Thank you, Uriah and Matthew. I mean, it's a good thing, and it is the interactive part of the show that I love most. Let me start from the caller before Eugene. Eugene, I appreciate your encouragement. We are together in this, and I told them it's not a joking thing. If anybody feels that it's a joke, it's check. But there was this person who called from Kokopa, and the person said that it's not going to work because it has not happened before. And when I feel challenged, then I like to do things. That it has not happened before, according to you, it doesn't mean that it cannot happen. And if it did not happen legislatively, at least we know it has been happening to other people, even from the judiciary. We were all here in the 54th when we witnessed the impeachment of Justice Chane Reyefraba. So we don't want that to repeat itself. Is why we say you lead or you leave. Emmanuel, you say I call him Mr. Ability. I don't know how you want me to call him. I'm being as decorous as I can be. I will not be disrespectful. I will keep calling him Mr. Ability, and I think he appreciates the fact that I call him Mr. Ability. I'm not like the others, right? So that's not anything that we should be talking about. So somebody also said, like Jackson, he agrees with the process, but he probably misunderstood the fact that maybe we're doing it because I want to come back to power. No, it's that because the person that is there should go and do our work, and he has to go there to do the work. But here is one thing that Medri asks, and I want to remind him about this 100,000. Mr. Medri Gonti, district number 8. District number 8 is one district that at least I know they're utilizing that money. Honorable Miana met with his people in a resolution. They said they were going to buy transformers for their people. Those transformers have been planted. I've seen some, at least in Kanwi, and I've seen a connection going on the other side. So if you ask for a reference, I will give you district 8. You can follow up with that issue from district number 8. I'm not trying to steal any show, Mr. Conti. Maybe if the advocacy is shaking Mr. Ability and his inner circle, and he wants to go by what we're telling him, it's not going to be a bad thing. You want to come to the public and announce that Mr. Ability has made a decision to return to work, we appreciate that and celebrate it. But I don't want to steal any show. We started this thing long ago, and we maintain that, and we'll keep pushing that, and we'll get to the point where if he defies us, then we use Article 1 to our advantage. So that's just what I wanted to say about the calls. The calls were very, very good. I mean, except my brother who say he want me to call somebody Mr. Ability, but he said he did not call me Mr. Say. You know, I don't know how we can.
Yeah, so Chief, we are out of time.
So thank you, Mr. Ability. Go to work. You either lead or you leave. Go to work and do the business that we elected you for. The legislative oversight power should be exercised adequately. We got institutions in this district that got budgetary allocations. You have to ensure that what is projected in the national budget is implemented as planned. We have schools here, at least the good thing is Senator Toyin told us that he got Johnny Voka and other schools in the budget. We have comprehensive there, although your absence led to the reduction in that budget. And we, the supporters of the Unity Party, have appealed that next budget year should be increased, that because of you, our people will not suffer. But you have to go to work. You have to begin to reconcile the district. Start with your inner circle. Those guys on your radio station insulting the elders, tell them to stop. Those guys there, causing chaos by accusing people falsely that they want to kill you. They want to kill them. They want to burn the radio station down. Please advise them to stop. Those guys around you who bring in the gossips, who will just not somebody history, they go and just explain things that are not real. You also have to reach out to them and let them know that if it is good, it will be good for you. If it gets bad, it's also going to be bad for you. And if you cannot do for yourself anything, we're not going to do it for you. Lastly, if you maintain that the budget is illegal, Judah Ascara in the Bible, he sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. And at a certain point, he realized that he was wrong, by selling Jesus. Jesus did nothing. What he did, he returned the 30 pieces of silver to the people that he transacted with. Visibility, if you feel the budget is illegal, from January up to now, all the money you've been taking as pay, carry back. Deposit it in a government or consolidated account and bring the receipt to district number 7 and show that flag receipt to us and say, hey, I told you the budget was illegal, I return it. All the gasoline you've been receiving, carry back. All the salary of staff been receiving, carry back. That's all I can say. One District 7, one Nimba, one love.
Thank you so much, Cyrus.
Thank you
It was
so
a
much,
pleasure talking to you on the talking point this
Cyrus,
afternoon.
thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, so Matthew,
Let me say many thanks to our guests. Very brilliant talk this afternoon, and we hope to have more of this conversation with him at any time. So, Mr. Thanks to all of you. We'll take our weekend break to resume on Monday. And Mr. will be here on Monday to continue the laboratory work. Thank you. My name is Matthew. Matthew Kodan is my name. Bye bye.
That's it on the talking point this afternoon. We'll be taking our official weekend break as today is Friday. We are deeply out of time. I want to say thanks to all of you for participating. I've been Ryan. Have yourself a lovely time.